According to the United States Census, from 2010 to 2020, Scioto County lost 6% of its total population, which dropped from nearly 80,000 people to just over 74,000 at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, many of those folks left seeking better economic opportunities. In fact, our declining labor force numbers are outpacing the region and the state by nearly 3%. And while the other population numbers in our county are trending downward, however, there is one demographic that is on the rise, and that is people who are in recovery from substance use disorder. Aside from students who come here to attend Shawnee State University, the only reason people in general are coming to Scioto County rather than leaving it is to enter treatment and rebuild their lives. Because of the high standard of care that is offered here, as well as the support from our local recovery community, a number of these folks choose to stick around after completing their programs. And despite what you may have heard, most of them do not end up panhandling on our street corners or committing violent crimes. On the contrary, they're busy trying to make the most of their situations, just like anyone else. They're getting their GEDs, they're going to meetings, they're doing service work in the community, even starting and maintaining their own businesses. Now, what I have learned as a person of relative privilege is that it's extremely difficult to understand struggles that you have never faced yourself. And the people I've met while working on the ground with the recovery community in our region face unique barriers to successful reentry. Legal barriers that bar them from certain forms of employment, for instance, as well as social stigma that often puts them at the bottom of the list when it comes to economic opportunity. One finds it difficult to pull themselves up by their bootstraps when they don't have a pair of bootstraps to begin with. Now, while there are many wonderful service providers and nonprofit workers who are trying to fill the gaps in service to the most vulnerable members of our community, there's still too many individuals who are falling through the cracks. And this deficit hurts not only the individuals themselves, but our community as a whole. So I am proposing a county-wide initiative to champion the creation of recovery supportive workplaces. Now, what is a recovery supportive workplace, you ask? According to the Working Partners, a group found in Columbus, it's a workplace whose culture and operations reflect an understanding of substance use disorder and works to motivate and support employees in recovery while protecting the company and its other employees. Recovery supportive workplaces improve outcomes on both ends of the spectrum. For employers who are struggling to find and retain workers and thus losing money in the process, and individuals who are seeking employment, who are struggling to stay in and maintain recovery while getting back on their feet. As Commissioner, I will seek funding to provide professional training opportunities for employers to create policies and practices that will save them money, increase the quality of their workforce, and reduce employee turnover. This in turn will benefit the individuals in our communities who are seeking re-entry, thereby creating a social and economic return on investment that will significantly advance our county's revitalization efforts. Now, if you can't see the potential value of such an initiative just yet, I invite you to reach out to me for more information. As with any urgent social issue, public education is vital. We can no longer afford to keep our heads in the sand concerning the real needs of the only growing segment of our population, nor can we write this off as someone else's problem. It is our problem, and with the right leadership, it can become our solution, one that creates a model for other communities in other states and counties to follow and benefit from as well. I'm Josh Lawson, and I'm asking for your vote this November to become Scioto County Commissioner. We've come a long way already, but I believe the best is yet to come.